In studios to Andrew Lamprecht, who is a curator for the Cape Town Art Fair 2014. Andrew, good morning. Nice to see you again. How are you?
Good morning. I'm fine, thank you.
How have you tried to make this year's art fair different from previous years?
Well, the first art fair last year was a smaller event. This time we've decided to focus and to really look at quality, the best galleries and the best that they can offer. So, and in addition, there's new programs, a children's art program, for example, which is very different. And we're in the centre of the waterfront, which is really wonderful at this time where so much is happening in Cape Town.
What can people expect to see today and tomorrow, since that it's coming to an end tomorrow?
An enormous range of art, ranging from South African old masters to the youngest, most contemporary artists. They can see performance, they can see art that's available for sale at reasonable prices, some works that are, have got a big ticket on them, a very wide selection of the best that we can offer.
And, you know, what are some of the lessons that came from hosting it for the first time last year?
I think that we learnt that we shouldn't underestimate the Cape Town public. They are savvy, they know what they want. Another lesson that we learnt was really to make it as broad as possible so that as many people who are interested in art will really get something from it.
Now, we believe you're in collaboration with the Guild International Design. Speak to us about that.
Yeah. Well, Guild is, of course, a world-class design festival, and it's happening in Cape Town for the first time at our old venue where we were last time, at the Lookout, which is just a few minutes away from the pavilion. And so it's a wonderful synergy because it's also, you know, World Design Capital, so it makes an enormous amount of sense that we're doing our two projects at the same time, very close to each other. So people can walk from one to the other. There's a special price, a joint ticket, if people want to go to both, and it makes a lot of sense.
And do you find that you've had a great response from the art community?
It's been incredible, actually. It's been a big surprise. The spirit's incredible. It's been a long time since the whole of the Cape Town art community sort of got together. Wonderful to see people with families. There were school kids yesterday. Art lovers who you've seen at the galleries for years. Totally new faces. It really has been celebratory. We're all very excited.
And I mean, Cape Town is a buzz this year in general because of the design indaba, the world's design capital. Are you finding that you know, also buying into that?
Oh, absolutely. In fact, the concluding address will be given by the chair of the design capital, and it's definitely part of that whole process. And also, of course, design indaba is on at the same time. So, you know, Cape Town is awash with design, art, and our visual culture.
I have to say, Joburgers are just as jealous. Speak to us about how do you go forward? What are some of the things that you think you need to improve on going forward? And when do you sit down with the team to sort of have a meeting about how do we improve things?
Yeah, I think one of the things we'd really like to do is to have more representation from galleries from the rest of Africa. We've got one gallery from Nigeria, but that's definitely something we want to do. We want to position it also in Africa. That's one of our strategic goals, I think, you know, to make that very clear. And although there were a number of international visitors, I think we need to really place this on the map as a premier art event on the international circuit.
Is there a place for your sort of so-called smaller galleries at the art fair?
Oh, indeed. Some of the galleries are very small galleries. Some of them are emerging, but all of them have been carefully chosen through a selection process, and the art is of a very high quality. It doesn't matter the size of the gallery, it's about the quality of the art that's important.
All right. Andrew, thank you so much for talking to us. Good luck for today and tomorrow.
Great pleasure.
Andrew Lamprecht is one of the